about the idea of what you're developing when you're doing single stick. Many different ideas what you're developing, but one thing that you want to do is learn to release that motion, okay? So what does that mean? Remember, in Wing Chun, there's not a idea of blocking. We block actually by trying to attack, okay? So what does that mean? If we're here and I'm in Fuq Sao and Phil's in Tan Sao. All right, so when we roll and he goes up to Bong Sao, okay, and we come down to, he rolls out of Tan Sao, I'm not just coming here thinking, I'm putting my hand in this position here to try to block his motion, okay? I actually want to develop the idea of every time I'm doing every motion, that the punch is supporting that motion. So when I do Bong Sao, for example, I'm punching the motion down towards the triangle. When I'm doing Tan Sao, my arm is going forward, like I'm punching forward. Okay? When I'm doing Low Fuq Sao, my arm is coming forward like I'm punching forward. When I'm doing High Fuq Sao, my arm is coming forward, and now it has to adjust. And now it's like, again, I'm punching that motion forward. Be careful with High Fuq Sao. It's very easy and very common for people to misinterpret that and think I have to go this way with that punch. Wing Chun does not punch like this, okay? Wing Chun uses the elbow to drop and forward, drop, going forward, drop, forward. So when I'm doing single stick, one of the things that I'm developing is that concept of going forward. And that's where the whole idea of the intent and focus towards the target comes in and develops. So when I'm here, I'm not just thinking, oh, I'm pushing at the point thinking to block his motion. It's very common when people go from High Fuq Sao to Low Fuq Sao that they come in and they chop towards the technique or the attack of the other person. I don't want to do that. What you're learning to do is to go forward to develop that natural stopping motion. Just like my arm, when I go to hit the dummy, it naturally stops. I don't hit the dummy and then continue to try to push on it. If you do that, you will push yourself away or end up pushing the target away from you. I don't want to do that. It's like, you ever chop lumber. That axe goes into the lumber and it naturally stops. I don't continue pushing on the axe once it's made contact with the lumber. The same thing here. When I'm coming forward, when he goes to Bong Sao, he's coming down, he's punching his motion down this way, and I'm going forward here. See, from my shoulder, relaxes, my elbow goes forward, but this naturally rotates up. Now, when he comes in, he winds up, and he's going forward, and I'm going forward here to punch, all right? And this is where the whole line of intersection comes in. If he has his tension correct, and I have my tension correct, our lines will naturally intersect. We both have to develop the idea that's where the motion naturally stops. So when he goes to Bong Sao, good. And he comes down to Tan Sao. If he messes that up, my arm will naturally go forward because there's no intersecting line at that moment in time. Now, I have to know for my development that I don't want to come in here and try to snake around that and think, oh, yeah, look, I tagged them and that does nothing. Because that doesn't develop the idea of my arm being properly supported by my body. So when I come into punch, I'm going forward here, and I have to know, okay, see, he's intercepted me here, that's where it naturally stops. Just like I know that's where it naturally stops when I make contact with the dummy. So now, and he's doing that same process to me to block, okay? That's why the block doesn't come through me chasing his arm here, the block comes through my potential attack. So when we switch positions, and now he's in Fuq Sao, and I'm here, Bong Sao, I come down. Remember, he wants to not come this way with it, but he wants to meet and go up this way. Yeah, so let it relax a little bit more. Good. So now when I come down, I go to Tan Sao, yeah, I go forward. See, if he has the intercepting line here, then that's where I naturally stop. And I go up to Bong Sao. And if there's no intercepting line, yeah, and that's where I can go forward with that. So that's why you have to develop the punch in Wing Chun, because the punch is actually within every technique that you're developing. The Bong Sao, Lap Sao, Pak Sao, Ding Sao, Han Sao. That whole idea of the punch is to teach you development of focus going forward towards the target. Now, you can't be tight with that either, because I'm tight with that, that won't allow you to get to the next levels of which you need to learn to transition. So that when I run into that wall, if I'm here, and I go for that punch, oh, see now he's tight with that? That's good. So now that means I have to transition to my next motion. So I go forward here. Let's say he comes forward with his punch to beat that. Okay, so he punches there. That's fine. So I go forward here to my next motion. Let's say he tries to come in and block that. So he goes forward. He's going to try to block. That's good. So I transition here. Oh, you guys use two hands. I just went to bounce that with one hand. Now I come back here. So again, there is a fine line of balance between being too stiff and being too loose that you have to discover. But a lot of that discovery comes from your understanding of the punch, but then also letting your mind relax to allow you to transition naturally when you feel the natural stopping point. All right, good luck.